Once upon a time, in a cozy little village named Willowbend, there lived a friendly cat named Whiskers. Whiskers was not your ordinary cat. He had soft, fluffy fur the color of moonlight, and his big, emerald green eyes sparkled with curiosity and mischief. Every morning, as the sun peeked over the hills, Whiskers would stretch his paws, let out a cheerful meow, and embark on his daily adventures around the village. Willow Bend was known for its picturesque landscapes and tranquil atmosphere. The villagers adored Whiskers, often leaving little bowls of milk and tasty treats outside their doors for him. But what Whiskers loved the most was visiting his best friend, a talking bird named Chirpy. Chirpy was a vibrant parrot with feathers in every shade of the rainbow. He had a knack for storytelling and loved to share tales of faraway lands and hidden treasures. One crisp winter morning, as the first tiny snowflakes began to fall from the sky, Whiskers made his way to Chirpy's favorite branch in the grand oak tree at the edge of the village. The world was blanketed in white, and everything sparkled like a sea of diamonds under the sun. Whiskers felt the magic of the season all around him. "Chirpy," Whiskers called as he approached the tree. "Are you home?" From the top of the tree, Chirpy poked his head out, his colorful feathers glistening in the sunlight. "Whiskers, come up. You won't believe what I discovered today." Whiskers, intrigued, climbed up to join his friend on the branch. "What did you find?" he asked, his tail twitching in excitement. Chirpy flapped his wings and said, "I saw something extraordinary near the sparkling water by the river. It looked like a secret passageway hidden behind the trees. I couldn't get too close, but it seemed magical." Whiskers's eyes widened. "A secret passageway? That sounds like an adventure waiting to happen. We have to check it out." With a sparkle of determination in his eyes, Whiskers suggested, "Let's gather some supplies first. We might need snacks and a flashlight." Chirpy nodded enthusiastically. "I'll grab some seeds, and you can bring some milk." After gathering their supplies, the duo set off towards the river, the chilly air nipping at their noses. As they walked through the village, Whiskers greeted everyone with his usual charm. The villagers waved and smiled, unaware of the magical adventure that awaited their beloved cat and his feathered friend. When they finally reached the river, the scene before them was breathtaking. The water glistened under the sun like 1,000 stars had fallen into its depths. Tiny snowflakes danced in the air, creating a whimsical atmosphere. As they approached the riverbank, Whiskers spotted the trees Chirpy had mentioned. "There it is," Whiskers exclaimed, pointing with his paw. "The secret passageway." Hidden behind a thicket of trees, a narrow path led into a dense forest. Whiskers felt a flutter of excitement in his belly. "Let's go," he urged, and with a determined leap, he dashed down the path, followed closely by Chirpy. The deeper they ventured into the forest, the more enchanting it became. The trees towered above them, their branches heavy with snow, and the ground was covered in a thick layer of fluffy white. The air was filled with the sound of chirping birds and the soft crunch of snow beneath their paws and claws. After walking for what felt like an eternity, they came upon a clearing that took their breath away. In the center of the clearing stood an enormous tree, unlike any they had ever seen. Its trunk was wide and twisted, its bark shimmering with a silvery glow. "This is incredible," Whiskers marveled, his eyes wide with wonder. "I've never seen a tree like this before." Chirpy fluttered around the tree, examining it closely. "Look at the roots. They form a kind of archway. Do you think we can go through it?" Whiskers, feeling brave, nodded. "There's only one way to find out." As they squeezed through the archway formed by the roots, they found themselves in a magical realm filled with sparkling lights and vibrant colors. The air was warm, and the snowflakes that had followed them began to melt away, replaced by the soft glow of twinkling stars that seemed to hang just above their heads. "Wow, this place is amazing," Whiskers exclaimed, his heart racing with excitement. The scenery was like something out of a dream. They wandered through fields of colorful flowers that danced gently in the breeze, and streams of sparkling water that glimmered like gems in the sunlight. Suddenly, they heard a soft giggle. "Welcome, travelers," a tiny voice called out. Startled, Whiskers and Chirpy turned to see a small fairy hovering nearby. She had delicate wings that shimmered like the surface of the water, and her hair flowed like golden strands of sunlight. I am Lila, the guardian of this enchanted realm. What brings you here? We heard about a secret passageway, Whiskers said, his voice filled with awe. And we wanted to see where it led. Lila smiled warmly. You are brave to explore the unknown. Many have come here seeking adventure, but few have found the magic that lies within. Chirpy flapped his wings excitedly. What kind of magic? Lila twirled in the air, leaving a trail of sparkling dust. This place is filled with wonders. You can make wishes, dance with the stars, and even learn the secrets of the forest. But remember, magic is most powerful when shared with friends. Whiskers and Chirpy exchanged glances, their hearts full of excitement. We'd love to learn about the magic, Whiskers declared. Very well, Lila said, guiding them deeper into the enchanted realm. They followed her to a glade where a circle of shimmering stones surrounded a small pond filled with the most radiant water they had ever seen. This is the Pond of Wishes, Lila explained. To make a wish, simply drop a flower into the water and speak from your heart. Whiskers looked around, his eyes landing on a vibrant blue flower nearby. He picked it up gently and, with his heart racing, dropped it into the pond. I wish for an adventure that brings joy to everyone in Willowbend. Chirpy followed suit, choosing a bright yellow flower. I wish to share stories that inspire others to dream big. As soon as the flowers touched the surface of the water, the pond shimmered and a soft glow enveloped them. Suddenly, a burst of laughter filled the air, and they watched as tiny snowflakes began to swirl around them, sparkling and shimmering in every direction. Lila clapped her hands with delight. Your wishes have set the magic in motion. Now let's see what adventures await. As if in response to their wishes, the ground trembled slightly, and a path began to form through the trees, leading them to a magnificent castle made of crystal. The castle gleamed like 1,000 diamonds in the sunlight, and its towers reached high into the sky, almost touching the clouds. Is that a castle? Chirpy asked in disbelief, his beak agape. Yes. Lila beamed. It is the Castle of Dreams. Inside, you will find treasures and stories from every corner of the world. With a sense of wonder and anticipation, Whiskers and Chirpy approached the castle. As they stepped inside, they were met with a grand hall filled with glowing orbs that floated gently in the air, each containing a different story waiting to be told. Look at all these stories, Whiskers exclaimed, his eyes sparkling with excitement. Chirpy fluttered around, peering into the orbs. Can we hear them? Lila nodded. Of course. Just touch an orb, and it will tell you its tale. Whiskers reached out and touched a shimmering orb that glowed a soft purple. As he did, the room filled with a beautiful melody, and the story of a brave little mouse named Max began to unfold. Max had traveled far and wide, helping his friends and discovering hidden treasures along the way. As the story came to an end, Whiskers felt a warmth in his heart. That was wonderful, he said. I want to help others too, just like Max. Chirpy, now buzzing with excitement, touched a bright orange orb. Instantly, the room filled with laughter and the tale of a mischievous monkey named Benny who loved to play tricks on his friends unfolded. Benny's adventures brought joy and laughter to everyone around him, reminding them of the importance of friendship and fun. I love this. Chirpy chirped, hopping up and down. It's like a treasure chest of adventures. Lila smiled at her new friends. Every story carries a lesson, and every lesson is a piece of magic that can be shared with others. You both have such kind hearts. The magic of your wishes will bring joy to many. After spending hours exploring the castle and listening to stories, Whiskers and Chirpy knew it was time to return home. They had shared so much joy and laughter in the Enchanted Realm, but they wanted to bring that magic back to Willowbend. Thank you, Lila, for this incredible adventure, Whiskers said, feeling a sense of gratitude. We will never forget it. Remember, Lila replied, the magic lies within you. Share your stories, spread kindness, and the magic will continue to grow. With Lila's words echoing in their hearts, Whiskers and Chirpy made their way back to the Pond of Wishes. They picked two beautiful flowers, one blue and one yellow, making one last wish together. We wish for everyone in Willowbend to experience joy and magic. As they dropped the flowers into the pond, a brilliant light erupted, illuminating the forest around them. They watched in awe as sparkles danced in the air, a promise that their wishes would come true. Before they knew it, Whiskers and Chirpy found themselves back in the clearing where they had first entered the enchanted realm. The snowflakes were still falling, but now they felt different, like tiny bits of magic floating around them. "We did it, Whiskers. We had the most amazing adventure," Chirpy exclaimed, flapping his wings joyfully. Whiskers grinned, his heart full of happiness. "And now, it's time to share our magic with Willowbend." They raced back through the forest, excited to tell the villagers about their journey. When they arrived home, they found the villagers gathered in the town square, preparing for the annual winter festival. The air was filled with laughter, music, and the sweet aroma of freshly baked treats. "Whiskers, Chirpy," a friendly voice called out. It was Mrs. Maple, the village baker. "We were worried about you too. Come help us prepare for the festival." Without hesitation, Whiskers and Chirpy joined in, sharing their stories of the enchanted realm and the magic of the Pond of Wishes. The villagers listened in awe, their hearts warmed by the tales of friendship, bravery, and joy. As the sun set and the stars began to twinkle in the sky, the winter festival came alive with lights, laughter, and love. Whiskers and Chirpy led the villagers in games, songs, and dances, spreading the magic they had discovered in the enchanted realm. That night, as the stars shone brightly above Willowbend, Whiskers curled up on his favorite windowsill, gazing at the sky. Chirpy perched beside him, his colorful feathers glimmering in the moonlight. "Do you think the magic will last?" Chirpy asked softly. Whiskers smiled, his eyes sparkling with mischief. "As long as we share our stories and kindness, the magic will never fade." And with that thought, they drifted off to sleep, dreaming of new adventures and the magic yet to come. From that day on, Whiskers and Chirpy became the storytellers of Willowbend, spreading joy and wonder wherever they went. The villagers cherished their tales, knowing that magic could be found not just in enchanted realms, but in their hearts and the bonds of friendship they shared.